How could a civilization from nearly 2 millennia ago, one without the benefit of our modern power tools, our sophisticated cranes, or our computer-aided design, construct something so utterly colossal? How did they raise a monument that could seat more people than many of our contemporary stadiums, using only the power of muscle, ingenuity, and the fundamental laws of physics? This is the story of the Colosseum. It's a story not just of an ancient building, but of human ambition on a cosmic scale. To understand it, we must journey back in time, to an era when the Roman Empire was at the zenith of its power, and imagine a world without a single watt of electricity to guide the builder's hands. Imagine a giant elliptical stadium, a massive stone donut dropped into the heart of Rome. It's vast. So vast, in fact, that it could hold an estimated 50,000 to 80,000 spectators, all roaring and cheering in unison. The structure stretches 189 meters long and 156 meters wide, with an outer wall soaring to a height of over 48 meters. That's taller than a 15-story building. This wasn't just a structure, it was a statement, a declaration of power, engineering prowess, and a deep, intuitive understanding of the forces that hold our universe together. The sheer scale was meant to awe, to intimidate, and to entertain the citizens of the mightiest empire on Earth. The Colosseum, originally known as the Flavian Amphitheater, was commissioned around 70 AD by Emperor Vespasian. It was a gift to the Roman people, a grand gesture to win their favor after a period of civil war. But it was also a masterpiece of logistical planning. Think about the resources required. Millions of tons of stone, sand, and other materials had to be quarried, transported, and assembled. Tens of thousands of laborers, many of them slaves captured in conflict, were organized into a highly efficient workforce. This was more than just construction. It was a symphony of human effort, orchestrated with precision that would rival any modern project management. To truly appreciate this feat, we have to recalibrate our perspective. We live in a world of steel girders and reinforced concrete, where machines do the heavy lifting. The Romans had none of that. They had simple machines, levers, pulleys, and wooden cranes powered by human and animal strength. Yet, they moved massive blocks of travertine stone, each weighing several tons, and lifted them high into the air. The construction of the Colosseum represents a fundamental triumph of the human mind over the raw, unforgiving materials of our planet, shaping them into a form that has defied the ages and continues to inspire wonder. So, what was the secret ingredient? What allowed the Romans to build structures that have outlasted empires and weathered time? Part of the answer lies in their revolutionary building material, Roman concrete. This wasn't the same concrete we use today. It was a special mixture. Volcanic ash, known as pozzolana, lime, water, chunks of stone. When this concoction set, it didn't just dry. It formed crystals that interlocked with the stone aggregate. The result, incredible strength and durability, a man-made rock engineered to last. This unique concrete had almost magical properties. Modern Portland cement can degrade in the elements. Roman concrete, by contrast, was remarkably resilient. Exposure to water, especially salt water, made it stronger over time. That's why Roman harbors and aqueducts still stand after 2,000 years. For the Colosseum's foundations and inner core, this material was perfect. It was cheaper than solid stone. It could be molded into any shape. It provided the structural integrity needed for such a massive project. But the Colosseum wasn't all concrete. The main pillars and exterior facade used over 100,000 cubic meters of travertine limestone. The stone was quarried in Tivoli, transported on barges and carts to Rome. Each massive block was precisely cut and fitted without mortar. Iron clamps held the stones together. A strong, flexible concrete core faced with a majestic stone shell. The hybrid approach gave them the best of both worlds. Roman engineers chose the right material for the right job. They understood their resources on an almost molecular level. Lighter materials, tough, pumice, used in upper levels and vaulted ceilings to reduce weight. Heavier, stronger travertine. Basalt, used for foundations and load-bearing piers. It was a calculated science of materials, balancing weight, strength, cost, all figured out long before modern materials science. The true secret to the Colosseum's stability and grandeur lies in a simple, elegant, and incredibly strong geometric form: the arch. The Romans didn't invent the arch, but they perfected it and used it on a scale never seen before. The entire exterior is a celebration of this form. 80 arches grace each of its 3 primary stories. An arch works by redirecting the downward force of gravity. The weight above it pushes sideways into the supporting columns. This distribution of stress prevents any single point bearing too much load, enabling vast, open spaces without solid, bulky walls. From this concept, the Romans expanded their architectural vocabulary. Extend an arch in a straight line, you get a barrel vault, used for corridors, used for passageways. Intersect 2 barrel vaults at right angles, you get a groin vault. That vault could support immense weight while opening up the space below, creating the light, airy concourses. The building becomes a 3-dimensional lattice of arches and vaults, a stone skeleton, strong yet surprisingly light. It wasn't just structure, it was crowd control. 80 ground floor arches served as entrances called vomitoria. Each entrance was numbered, letting tens of thousands find seats quickly and exit efficiently. The internal network of vaulted corridors and staircases was urban planning genius, moving people smoothly through the complex. Designed so the arena could be cleared in minutes, a feat many modern stadiums can't match. The engineering served the human experience. Beneath the wooden arena floor lay the hypogeum, a 2-level subterranean marvel. A network of tunnels, passages, chambers. Gladiators and wild animals waited below before the spectacle. They used elevators and trapdoors run by ropes and pulleys to lift animals, scenery fighters onto the arena for dramatic entrances. They even flooded the arena from a nearby aqueduct, staging mock naval battles, naumachii, for the entertainment of the crowds. The construction of the Colosseum stands as a powerful testament to collective human endeavor. This was not the work of a single genius, but the coordinated effort of thousands. Architects, engineers, stonemasons, slaves. Each person a small but essential part of a much larger machine, working in concert to raise a monument for the ages. Today, the 5th of October, 2025, the Colosseum stands as a magnificent ruin, scarred by earthquakes, stripped of stone and iron by later builders, weathered by 2,000 years of sun and rain, and yet it endures. Its skeletal form still dominates the Roman skyline, a haunting, beautiful reminder of a lost world. It draws us in, compelling us to ponder time, the rise and fall of civilizations, and human creativity. A dialogue with our ancestors, written not in words, but in stone and space. What can we learn from this ancient giant? Spectacular achievements are possible with the simplest of tools, when guided by a deep understanding of natural principles. The importance of material science, combining raw ingredients into beauty and strength. The power of simple, repeating geometric forms, like the arch, solving complex engineering challenges. The universe runs on rules. Understand them, and the seemingly impossible becomes possible. Ultimately, the Colosseum is more than a building. It is a time capsule. It connects us to the minds and hands of people long gone. Their ingenuity mirrors our own, a symbol of what we can achieve when we work together with shared purpose. It challenges us to understand the science around us and to wonder what monuments we'll leave behind. The story of the Colosseum is, in the end, our story.